Hello. I think I got my internet working now. I spent some beautiful days out here. Beautiful days in the midst of a chaotic world. A so-called pandemic world. It's so peaceful and beautiful. Listen, listen. I didn't have anything in particular to talk about. I just came out here to relax and see how you all were doing in physical. I wish you and your family well. I wish you well. I wish you peace. I wish you abundance. I wish you joy. I wish you find the little things in life, the beauty in the small things of life, simple things. I wish you love. It's so pretty out here. He ran into the damn house, huh? It's so pretty. Okay. Taking a moment to be still and pay attention to the little things that we don't even notice. The lizards, the birds, the flies, even though they are annoying sometimes. The bees, the wind, the sun. They have a lot of lizards back here. I really think lizards and bees are drawn to me for some reason. Because everywhere I am, they come and follow me. One day I was doing a video, y'all. I was doing a video out here, and after I did the video, I was gonna go inside and just take a shower and change clothes. So I went in the bathroom. I'm taking my clothes off, and they had a lizard on my hip, inside of my jeans, y'all. Just looking up at me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what you doing over there?" That was just crazy. I was like, "No, no, you gotta get out of here." They all just want, just like animals, it's all, so they just all want to be relevant in somebody's reality. Because all is God. Hey, Cornelius, yes, it is peaceful out here. It is. It is peaceful. Delano Thompson. I don't know if I'm saying that right, pronouncing it right. Yeah, free. The beauty in the universe. Us in the physical reality experience ourselves, experiencing ourselves contained to a physical a body, a form, bound. morning time here until we become free spirits. The journey of life in lifetimes. Starting from creation in space, returning back to that same space, that same stardust that we all stem from. It's a beautiful journey. Now I'm sitting back here and I smell somebody barbecuing. Somebody barbecuing, I can smell it. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I wish them well. Hopefully they put some asparagus and some pineapples and some peppers and onions, something light on that grill. That tastes good too. Some grilled vegetables is good too. Yeah, clear skies. Clear skies. Clear mind. This is how you get into the now. For those who are wondering, this is the now. When you pay attention to what's happening right now and you get out of your head of all the things that's going on in the world, this is how you do it. This is how you practice it. You see the dragonfly flying around and you experience it. And you see the bees, you see the lizards, you see whatever, and you experience it. You look at it instead of always being in here thinking about all of the things from the past or the things that you want to happen in the future. You think on the now, you find the good in the now. And this is where the joy is in the now. This is where the peace is in the now. This is where everything's happening right now, here in the now. Here in the now. Normally I'm talking on the subject, but I just wanted to be still today. I just wanted to be still today on no subject. I just wanted to be in the now. No news. I don't care what they had said on the news, what Trump had said, what's going on with the food, what's going on with the businesses and the checks and all of that. Take a moment, if not but 10 minutes a day to get all of that out of that head and be in the now. Remember in the Bible it says, consider the birds of the air, how God provides for them, how they don't worry about no tomorrow. They just can be. They could just extend their wings and fly and be. And they know they're going to be taken care of and provided for. They take one day at a time. And we need to learn how to do that one day at a time. Hi, Holy One. Thank you for passing through. Thank you for passing through. The water is so perfect for swimming. It's sparkling back there. For those of you who are just joining, you know how to do this. Do you know how to live in the now for a moment? Without thinking, just being. Just being still. Just being grateful. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that all is well. You are not the body, but the soul that lives within. There are some beautiful birds that fly and grace you with their little presence. These little red robins reminding you or reminding us that it is the dawn of a new day. That there's a conscious shift going on in the universe. The color red represents that new dawn of the new day, the new age, the new season. Perfect timing for the new year, a new mindset. Yeah, a new mindset indeed. It's all those who choose to explore it anyway because it's free will at this point. It's free will. You do what you will, and the results that you receive gonna be based upon what you will. Because the universe always gives you what you want. Blessings of God is always yay and amen. According to your will, or according to how you feel, or according to those things that you are pursuing in the physical reality, according to the things that you are thinking and wanting. Blessings always yay and amen. Always. Always. If you can become accountable for those thoughts and those feelings, you'll understand why our life is the way it is. Woo-hoo. spiritual high from life. Hey David, how you doing, man? David Jones. Yeah, so many little critters out here flying around. The other day, I saw this little. It looked like a flying snake on the back of the gate, the back of the fence, and it was just. I mean, it had serpent energy, slithery energy, and it kept going up and down the board. I had never seen nothing like that before. I mean, I went inside after I saw that door. I was like, oh, I don't know nothing about the flying snake. But it was about this long and on that backboard, just flying up and down, and then it'll land on the board. And I was like, all right, partner, you got the backyard today. That's crazy. That serpent energy, is nothing to be afraid of. It's just, I just never seen it fly before. Serpent energy represents Kundalini energy, reptilian type energy, third eye energy. That's why snakes can slither and kind of like they're soulful beings, just like us, like because we have third eye, they're on the reptilian side too with that energy. And they actually like, when like in Africa or whatever, they play music and the serpents will be like slithering to the music. And it's pretty cool. I feel like lizards are like that too, that reptilian type. That's why every time I come out here, it seems like a whole gang of lizards start flocking around. They have one on this side and one over here. Mm. And yes, we connected something. Well, connected to all things in the universe. So, yeah. I love to hear it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do something different with my hand. I guess it's not the season for that right now. My poor little dog blind, y'all. If y'all can see him in the back over there, he blind, and I gotta watch him because he'll fall in the pool. Oh, baby, he'll fall in the pool if you try to get out. As big as that area is, I don't know. He old, y'all. He's about 70 something years old. I'm speaking out. So how is everybody feeling out there? I'm wishing you and your family well. I wish you well. Thank you for being here. My YouTubers, Facebook supporters. I see you, D. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I don't have a topic today. Not at all. I just came on to check on you all while I was sitting out here enjoying this beautiful day before I go and ride my bike and do my little workout. So you know the universe provides for us based upon the things that we need, even in the grass, like for example the dandelion. That's something that I haven't talked about. Watch out, Peanut. Look at this here. Ooh, Peanut. I'm knocking down. That's something that I haven't talked about in a while. Look, my blind dog just realizing I'm out here. Hey, you. That's something I haven't talked about in a while. The dandelion plants that grow in the backyard. If you don't put pesticides on your grass, that's a really powerful herb that'll help with diabetes and clear your blood and support your liver and your kidneys. They sell it at Whole Foods store on the platform too. They sell the root at the little herbal stores. The root is like the little pieces. Well, it's a root, but they break it down, cut it up into little pieces of rock like. Um, but it grows naturally in your backyard. We have all kind of home remedies. It's good for flus, is why I mentioned that, and viruses and stuff. I was saying on the other video that I did that dogs intuitively know these things. This is why when a dog's stomach is hurting, they'll begin to eat the grass, and eat the soil because the soil has the minerals inside of it that they might be lacking. So the dog or pets, they know intuitively to go back to mother, go back to nature during times like these. For people, we sometimes be on a lag of things as simple as that. In the biblical text it says, I'll take the foolish things to confound the wise, and so many words it says something like that. Because it's really just the simple things in life. The simple things in life. And so yeah, dandelion is one herb that I haven't mentioned in a while. I wrote about it in my book and how it supports the body. Those of you who ordered the book already, y'all should have a go-to spot for this here particular moment or whatever that's ailing you right now in physical reality. Is under the chapter called Live Foods That Heal. And so dogs know this. Pets know this. People have went far off from this, but are returning to it. Even my little blind dog back here, he know he can't see, but he know how to get to that grass. He fall in the pool every now and then, but he know how to chew on some grass if his stomach hurt or lick some of that soil. Even like the cows, like the like the farm animals, so to speak, they have like this little lick, this salt lick. Some of the farmers put a salt lick, like a piece of a piece of pink Himalaya sea salt. They'll put it there on the farm for the animals to go lick. You know how pink Himalaya sea salt has a plethora of minerals in there, and so they lick it if they're feeling. The farm animals will lick it if they're feeling depleted of their minerals. They all know how to go back to source, but the people seemingly want to fall or is far away from source and experience God at that low frequency when they can return home like the prodigal son, return back to nature, return back to source so easily, and all will be well with them. All will be well with us all. The source has everything. Source is the everything. Source is the all. But I get it though. Some people just want to experience the thrills and chills of both sides of that pendulum swinging because on one side there is that peace, but the other side is so chaotic. And so to make balance, some people like to experience the chaotic things in life, you know, the thrills, the adrenaline rushes of, ooh, I almost died. Ooh, I almost did this. And ooh, I almost that. And that brings on balance. So to each his own, wherever you are in your journey, know that if you're on the chaotic side, there's a peaceful side. If you're on the peaceful side and you want a little turbulence, then go ahead on and get you some chaotic energy. No one to judge you. Because all is God and all of us are on experience to stand on both sides. It doesn't matter where you start, just as long as you expand from this physical form back to your source, back to realizing who you are. And you are more than a body. You're more than black woman, black man. You're more than whatever it is you are. You're more than the CEO, a president, trash man, janitor. You're more than that. You didn't come in physical form. You just be that. Sorry, boo. Even if you are so proud of that which you are and have in the physical form, proud of your car, your house, and oh, that's really nice, and your little degrees and stuff. That's really nice. It's really nice. And ultimately, there's a degree that we all should be striving to achieve, and that's the one of mastering self. Mastering self, mastering that body, and not being bound to it in this form forever. Bound to it meaning waking up and not going to get back in it because we could be experiencing life multiple dimensions always, just like when we're dreaming, how we step into other dimensions of the realms. That's what I'm talking about. Being boundless and free like that. Because when you're free like that, remember how they said who the Lord set free is free indeed? Oh, you be free indeed then. Oh, you really be free then. You really be free. So, like I said, I was just checking in while I'm relaxing. It's pretty, it's pretty to watch his dog sometimes. Looking for stuff to be right in front of him. And you get so excited when you find it. My little peanut. You all notice how like our dreams are so clearer now? Have you all noticed how in the physical reality people now are talking more about UFOs and the ancestors and and things that was maybe like, the conspiracy theory type things that was maybe shown against maybe just a couple of months ago. But now it's okay to talk about those things. Now it's okay to mention it. I posted on my page, I think it was yesterday, I asked if anybody had seen a UFO. Yeah, I mean, because what it is that being that we evolved into a higher dimension or higher realm, even with all of this chaos and confusion that's going on in the physical reality, being that we're evolving, our eyes are able to see these things have always been there, but just like when they say the teacher will show up when the student is ready, so to speak, they have this little phrase, something like that. So basically, like the UFOs, these energies, the gods, or whatever you call them, the ancestors, the angels, whatever you call them, have always been there, but you don't get to see it until you are ready. You know, you have to be. I mean, when I say ready, you have to be on that frequency of it. Just like like when you wanting something in physical form, you meditating or praying or whatever you do to get the things that you want. You have to get on that frequency of it before you can have it in physical form. It's no different. And so the people that's having experiences with UFOs and things like that, they pretty much are, because now they're finally increasing their frequency. They're finally tapping into who they are. Yeah, it's not like anything is coming that has not always been here, like in this realm right here where we think there is nothing. There's still particles, there's still wavelengths of energy based upon different frequencies of where you are. And so this is why I feel like in the biblical text it says that we have eyes and we cannot see, we have ears and we cannot hear, because there's so many wavelengths of energy. But being that we're being hit with this gamma ray of awakening energy that's coming in from the cosmetic realm, now more people are seeing it. Now we have less of those doubting Thomases of the world. And I laugh to myself sometimes when I first started my journey, and how people would just laugh at me for the things that I said about eating right and about the things that I saw. They would laugh at me, boy, but nah, it's okay. Now it's okay. I never forget my mom was in the ministry, and I went to talk to my mom one day, and I was by the front door, and I was like on my knees talking to her. It's like she had came in the house, and I told her, um, just listen to me, just listen. And I was whispering, and the look upon her face when she was looking at me like, girl, is she crazy? She was just looking down at me. And I was like, listen, let me tell you, they got other people, like, they got other, like, beings, like, they got stuff here that you can't see. Do you know this? Because I was tapping into the realms and I didn't understand it for myself. And so she was like, British, you all right? And I was like, yeah, I'm all right. But I don't think you know they got other worlds out here. They got other worlds. That's what I was saying to my mom, because at that point I didn't understand what I was going through. And I just thought I just had to tell somebody, so I was going to tell my mom. And I've been seeing stuff. Do you see stuff? That's what I was asking her. Do you see it sometimes? You're so funny. But nah, now it's okay. Because now other people are seeing it. Now it's so called normal now. Years ago I was too weird old, but now it's normal. And I never forget I told her, and I thought she was gonna be tell me no. I said that I wanted to go to this little healer friend, this little guru, the one that I shared with you all that passed away. I had wanted to go see him for the first time. I like to get it's like a reading. And I told her, and I was like, I need somebody to come with me. Like, would you please come without judgment? Because, like I said, she in the ministry or whatever. And she told me, she's like, girl, the way I feel right now, we can go talk to a cat. If the cat have the answer to what the heck we doing here, or the answer to life, I'm all for it. And I was so surprised. And she came with me from my first little reading that I had with my little guru friend. But people be wanting change, just don't know where to get it from or how to embrace it. Even with eating well, people be wanting to change, but it's like being weaned off of a drug. It's like not knowing what road to travel on. It's like, okay, what I'm gonna do now if I leave that alone? Where I'm gonna go? And that's how they feel. I know that's how I felt. That's why I left, my steps in my book that I wrote to maybe it'll help somebody, because they be wanting that. I never forget, I went to a church panel. I was on this church panel one day, and it was supposed to be a woman's event. I forget the name of it. Something about uh, woman's outreach or something. It's just like for hurting women, like battered, abused, abusive relationship, broken heart. Just a woman little outreach ministry. They had set up this program, and I was on the panel in the church. Anyway, everybody else on the panel in the church was like pastors, evangelists, and first ladies, and ministers, and me. I'm not none of those things. I'm an author and a publisher and just inspirational speaker, but I grew up in the church, and so my mom, being that she's a minister, she got me on this panel. And so anyway, I said that because like these other people, they were always talking about, to these hurting people, just pray about it. That was their answers for the people in the congregation that wanted, help with their little issues. Pray about it. And the people in the congregation, they were kind of like saying that, oh, the devil made me do it, and I couldn't help it, and the devil had me, and the kind of church talk kind of stuff. that when you're kind of like a babe in Christ, you do. Well, I related my message to them, and I was just like, all this energy, and I gave my explanation about what God was. God is being the most powerful form of energy that there is. And I talked about being accountable for your energy, your frequency, and and not blaming everything on the devil, not blaming everything on Satan that you actually put your mind to, together to do. And they had people with health issues and all kind of things, and they were just going on saying, okay, we're gonna pray about it. And when it was always my turn, I was like, okay, we could do the praying, but what about the action? And I threw in some biblical text. I'm reminding you all that faith without works is dead. You know, you know. Um, and so there was this lady that was vomiting up her feces, her mouth and stuff. It was like, and so it was like I was telling them about scriptures. I was like, when I was a little girl, I would read these scriptures and I remember them wholeheartedly. Remember the one that my people destroyed for lack of knowledge. I was saying this on the panel. And I was like, okay, so if we just consciously look at that, what it is that I can do, what it is that I can do if you throwing up, fecal matter from your mouth, what it is you think that you can do. Okay, you want to pray, you want to just give it to Jesus, but there's something I think that we need to be accountable as people that I believe that the church never wanted to do. And so I was talking to the lady about her eating habits, and I referred it to my life and how I was at that place. And these people in the church, I'm saying that because these people in the church was looking at me and they were like really into what I was saying, like wow, like they had never heard this kind of talk before. And the pastor, mind you, this was a woman's event, and the pastor was a man. And he was sitting in the back of the woman's event in the back of the church, and he saw all the people wanting me to answer their questions. He saw how I was transforming the answer to the question as an energetic thing, everything being energy, frequency and vibration, and he grabbed that microphone. He grabbed that microphone. And he was like, "All right, now let's get back into Jesus. Let's give Jesus a hand." And so they started shouting and clapping and getting the Holy Ghost or whatever. And at this point in my journey, I was out of the church already, but it allowed me to see how, because these people were only my reflections, it allowed me to see how when I was in church, how my mind was like semi being controlled, and I wasn't thinking, like with layman's terms, I wasn't thinking about the part of the story that I played. But nonetheless, these people who were seemingly being controlled, like to get fixated back on Jesus, because I was there about problem solving. I wasn't the type of person that I was like gonna tell nobody to just give it to Jesus, because in my journey, I didn't just give it to a Jesus. Bridget became accountable for the things that she was doing. That's why I always talk about mastering self, because in my physical reality, I believe that we all are the Christ anointed one. Anyway, at the end of that particular panel or ministry program, or whatever you call it, these people came to me in the back of the church, in the kitchen where they was, doing the little, they had supper plate still, giving it to Jesus, eating the chaotic stuff. They came over to my table because I have my books and my you can sign up for my newsletters. I have my little frame of my website address, my backboard. Anyway, they came and signed up, and it was almost like I was in the back selling drugs or something, because it would slide me $15. That's the cost of my book. It would slide me $15, like my name is so and so. Put put so and so on, because I was autographing, right? Put so and so on the book, and then they'll walk away, and I'm like, what the heck? Because they didn't want their pastor. They didn't want their pastor to see that they was buying a book for their well-being, because they were trying to be so, I guess, the perfect saint, so in line with what he was feeling, that it was like swaying them against their Jesus. And I wasn't. All I was saying was just like, let's be accountable here. Because they had people like, I did such and such, and the devil made me do it. And then the people in the church would be like, oh, give her a hand clap. We still love you. Like, it was, to me, it felt like everybody was having a little pity party. To me, it felt like everybody was being controlled by outside sources. And I was only saying, you know what, it's time for you to get your power back. That's all I was saying. And so I'm mentioning that today because yesterday I thought about those members and that pastor. And I just smiled to myself. I thought about the people who I've spoken to in my past on panels and even at work, even friends and co-workers, neighbors, children, for some things that I saw that was to come. And I just smile at what's happening right now, in a sense, knowing that now they have free will and now they can see the things that I was seeing, and have opportunity to open up their consciousness and evolve. And that's what I feel like is the beauty in this moment in life, more than anything, that we're given that opportunity to go down that road that they talk about in church. The broad is the one that leads to destruction, and many will find that. But narrow is the one that leads to everlasting life, that unlocks that consciousness. But that seems to be the road where there's few. But nonetheless, we're all there at the end of the road where the fork is dividing it, and we have our free will to go down whichever one we want to. But I always choose the road less traveled by. I think they got a poem by Robert Frost similar to that. I choose the road less traveled by. And people will want to debate you and argue with you and get mad at you. I got people that don't even talk to me because I just share with them my perspective of different things, and some people get really upset with that. Some people can't accept the truth, but then they come along when somebody else brings it to their remembrance or to their consciousness, and then when they accept it, they come along like, yeah, I got what you were saying. It's almost like, like when you got to get up and work real early in the morning and you're tired and don't want to go to work. Those mornings when you get mad at that alarm clock because it woke you up. You're so mad at that alarm clock, like, God, it's time to go to work already. And so you're mad at the alarm clock. We often get mad at the thing that woke us up because we feel like that they stopped us from having our little fun, because we say ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss, but I don't know, when I was in that place of ignorance, it didn't feel like no bliss to me. I wanted out. I wanted out of that ignorance thing. I felt like I was dying in that ignorance thing. I had been up in there a little too long. I had been up in there too long. I free now. I free. Hey Larry, thank you for being here. Larry, you're my good supporters. It feels so good out here. So good. So what's next, y'all? Y'all represent the collective. What we gonna do next? What kind of world are we going to create next? You know, I'm only talking to your subconscious mind because I like to do that because your subconscious mind will search for that answer. Because you can never ask God a question that he or she don't already know the answer to. So what's up, God? What are we going to do next? What kind of world are we creating next? I love asking people that. Are we going to be bound to a body still? Or are we going to be boundless? What are we going to create? We're gonna have superpowers, like more. But we have superpowers now. So, but I'm saying, is it gonna be like really profound, like really pronounced that everybody understands? Ooh, we are powerful beings. Because seemingly in this round, it took us a while to figure that out. Everything's gonna be manifested, maybe instantly manifestation by the blinking of an eye. That sounds cool. You remember that cartoon? I think it's called The Incredibles. How that the guy, the little boy Dash, I think his name was, who was able to run real fast, and then like he was doing track or something, and at the end of the movie, and he was running real fast. He was beating all the people, and then his family was cheering for him, like, no, 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 slow down, slow down, slow down. You know, it's so obvious that he had superpowers that he was like passing up all the other children. You know, it was almost like drawing too much attention to him. Is it going to be something like that? You know, depending upon where we are, you know, or where we've come from, we have differences of our superpower, so to speak. I was watching something, this documentary, how people like the Anunnaki or the gods, being that they came from other realms, when they came or entered into our realm, we would look upon them as if they were, you know, had these really power, you know, superpowers, you know. Granted, they were giants, but just their abilities or the things that they could do mentally and physically. So it made them to be like Superman, Superwoman per se. But it was basically from because of the powers that they had from, you know, where they came from. So many words. Like the ability maybe like say for example somebody that's not from here, like a alien per se that wasn't from here, which we are aliens ourselves. But let's just go with this. Here. So an alien per se that wasn't from here that has the ability to, you know, walk through walls or lift up a car, so to speak. If we saw something like that, we would say that they had superpowers, but in their planet or their realm, that was something normal that they could normally do based upon, you know, the elements, you know, based upon the percentage of nitrogen and hydrogen and oxygen and gravity, gravitational pull and stuff that's in the air, you know. So we'll be like, whoa, look at that. But that's like the norm from where they are. So is it really superpowers or really just a norm for us to be able to create instant manifestation? Is it really superpowers or is that really the norm for us to be able to walk on water per se, walk through walls per se? Because we're all energy, or we just limited here in this realm because we're bound to this realm and this so-called gravitational pull and this so-called consciousness that is limited, you know, and this so-called junk DNA that is dormant, you know. It's something I think about. when we think about what's next for us, when we think about tapping into our elusive 100% of brain capacity, the ability to do basically anything we want. So I'm asking, what are we going to create next with that ability, with our superpowers? No matter where we're from, this is our universe. The universe within us. I'm so relaxing out here. I could fall asleep. You got a nice little breeze. I could fall asleep out here. But instead, I'm going to go around my bike and do some other things around the house and cook. But I wanted to just jump on nonetheless and say hello and see how you all were doing and feeling. And I thank every last one of you for joining me here today. There's great love here for you. Oh, and one more thing before I go. I am sold out of Iris Moss probably until the end of this month of May. I'm sold out of that product. I still have Sustained Detox for those that are interested in that product. Sustained Detox, the Alchemist Oil, and Quit Bugging Me. I think I'm about to sell out of the Quit Bugging Me or product next for limited time. I also have my Bees Body Butter, the original and the for extremely dry skin as well. That's available on my website. And my website address is www.salthearthhub.org. If you are looking at me for the first time on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Sort of Dear Publishing. I like to leave content that is of value, that is going to help you in your physical reality. I don't normally come on here and just sit here and back y'all. But today I just came on and I just want to relax and to allow people to see what it is or what it's meant when it's said to just be. And so in the beginning of this video, that's what I was doing. I was just being still and knowing that I am God and being in the now, something that I believe that we all should take advantage of at least for 10 to 20 minutes each day to just be. I'm sitting here looking at my puppy. He knows exactly how it is. Little cats, little dogs, whatever, they know how to be in the now so much. They don't be having no worries. They don't be having no worries. Little birds, they don't be having no worries. They got to figure it out. When we in physical form, we go through other things, that they aren't experiencing. And so sometimes we carry on those other feelings and energies with us and make us change our frequency and get us out of the being or into the past or into the future when everything is happening here right now. Right now. So anyway, like I said, share this video if you feel prompt to do so, and check out my website for my products, for consultation, for my transformation course. So I'm thinking about that. I go to grocery stores. I teach about how to shop and how to look out for harmful ingredients for your family. How to meditate. There's so many how-to videos that's linked to that transformation course that I have available on my site as well. I started out this journey wanting answers, and so I shared everything that I collected and everything that I know for the moment in life where my reflections were needed. So, like I said, y'all, I'm about to get up from here and go ride my bike for a little bit before I be back past out, aka fell asleep. From my heart to yours, babe. Enjoy this beautiful day and this great love here for you. Be blessed, babe. Goodbye.